Hello, Meg here from I Teach Stamping, and I'm so excited to bring you today's video tutorial. So let's go ahead and get our base layers out of the way. So the base for our card is going to be 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2, and this is Pear Pizzazz. On top of that, I have a piece of Whisper White that's going to be 5 1/4 inches by 4 inches, and that's just going to go right into the center of our Pear Pizzazz. Then I have a piece of Blushing Bride, 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And this is just going to center right on top of there. Now for the inside of the card, I have another piece of Whisper White that's also going to be the same as the outside one. It's going to be 5 1/4 inches by 4 inches. And so we just went ahead and got all these layers nice and tucked out of our way. So now let's start building the top of our card. So I have a piece of Whisper White, 3 3/4 by 1 1/2 inches, and it's going to sit right at the base of that Blushing Bride. Then I'm going to use the dotted scallop ribbon border punch on a piece of Pear Pizzazz. The width of it doesn't matter as much because we're going to be punching out the section we need, but the length of it does, and that's going to be 3 3/4 inches. So the same width as the Blushing Bride and the Whisper White. Okay, get this side done. And this is going to sit right across here. Now my favorite adhesive to use with this border punch is my liquid glue, because I can just make a thin line where I need it, and then the center of that punched border can go right into it. Because if you use your snail adhesive, you'll see the adhesive through your little holes. So I'm just going to center this where half of it is on the white and half of it is on the Blushing Bride. And we will give that a moment to dry. The next layer that we're going to add is going to be a piece of Pear Pizzazz from the In Color Designer Series patterns. And it's going to be 4 inches by 3 inches. And it is going to sit on top of our card right into the center. There we go. So you just have a little bit of that border sticking out the side. Then I went ahead and stamped these ahead of time. These are from the new P.S. I Love You stamp set. I did the little heart circle border in Blushing Bride ink, stamped it onto Whisper White cardstock, and punched it out with the 1 3/8" circle punch. And then I stamped the Love You, Kiss You, Miss You in Pear Pizzazz onto Whisper White and punched it out with the 1 inch circle punch. I'm going to use a dimensional in the back of my words and snail on the back of there. I have a scallop circle that I punched out with with Blushing Bride. So those are going to layer. And go ahead and put this onto our card. And then I'm going to put these fun little words right in the center. And then we need something right here. So I'm going to be using some new ribbon. This is the new Blushing Bride Pleated Satin ribbon, and I'm also going to be using the liquid glue for this. So I'm just going to put a thin line of that glue all the way up and put this ribbon into place. So I love how it just gives it a cute little border. Now I did want to add one other element, and I'm going to be using from the new Fashionable Hearts Embosslit, the little hearts. And so they're all different textures and they're die cut at the same time. So you have 5 of them. And so I'm going to use some of these on the front of the card. Whoops! One of them on the front of the card and the rest of them on the back. So I'm going to take this little itty bitty heart and tuck it right here. So because of the size of it, I'm going to use a mini glue dot. And tuck that right there. And then on the inside of my card, I'm just going to go through with some snail and put all the rest of these across the bottom of the page. Then let's see here, we're going to mess around with the spacing just a smidge. Make room for that really big heart that's coming up. And there we go. To learn more about rubber stamping for card making and scrapbooking, be sure to visit www.iteachstamping.com. And remember, I don't just sell rubber stamps, I teach you how to use them. Have a great day.